Tyson Fury promoter Frank Warren says Tyson Fury prepared to move on from Deontay the Braun Bomber Wilder, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to this day if the Fury Wilder 3 fight cannot be made for this year. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Now, link in the description. Tyson Fury co-promoter, longtime promoter Frank Warren, who also works with Top Rank and ESPN. You know, Frank Warren was with Tyson Fury for the first fight, even though Top Rank and ESPN didn't really have anything to do with the first Wilder Fury fight. So Frank Warren has been with Fury the longest. Previously, Fury was with Mick Hennessy. And he just did an interview, very interesting. I want to talk about it. In that interview, Frank Warren, who again is in charge of portions of Tyson Fury's career or the decision making, he's saying that even though we're in a pandemic, that if Tyson Fury and Wilder can't be made for 2020, then he's not going to shelf Tyson Fury, and a fight needs to be made. Now, this comes in light of Bob Arum doing a recent interview, who is the co-promotional U.S. outfit, we'll say, for Tyson Fury. Bob Arum did an interview, and he told DAZN, I believe the interview was conducted with, that Tyson Fury versus Wilder Part 3 could happen in February. But Frank Warren is saying, I don't know what Bob's talking about. No. We're not waiting until February 2021 to fight and just have my fighter on the shelf, you know, since February. So very interesting stuff from Frank Warren to say that. This pandemic has definitely changed the boxing business and the way it's viewed, things like that. You see much of a scramble, more so with certain promoters and networks and stuff like that. And it just seems to be a lot of chaos. You could tell that globally and in the world of boxing, particularly since this is my sport, that the world of boxing really wasn't ready for this pandemic, because you have a lot of, you know, just miscellaneous things happening in boxing. And outside of PBC, if I'm being honest, there's a lot of people that they don't seem to have bounced back. It looks like a lot of discord and disorganization and not a lot of commonalities and uniform messages being sent across. And that's just throughout boxing. For example, Ryan Garcia, it looks like he's at odds with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy again. Ryan Garcia, he posted that he's fighting Luke Campbell, but it was supposed to go to purse bid. We haven't heard what the outcome of that was. And De La Hoya came back behind Ryan Garcia a day later and tweeted, "The fight's not done, fight's not done." So it's just doesn't look like people are on the same pages. Same thing with Canelo and Golden Boy. You know, same thing with Teofimo and Vasyl Lomachenko. This is a pre-pandemic fight that we all thought was getting done. And even after we learned about the 19, it looked like the Teofimo and Lomachenko fight was getting done. But then we were advised of sources that were saying that the fight's on the verge of collapse over finances and money. Teofimo and his representation didn't feel like they were getting the right amount of money. You know, and I could keep doing this. Eddie Hearn, he had a fight that was announced before the pandemic. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, would have been a great fight. Undisputed fight for women's boxing. And the fight collapsed over finances yet again. Now you have Bob Arum saying one thing regarding Wilder Fury. Bob Arum has been on record saying Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, they could fight in Vegas at the Raiders Stadium, brand new, you know. And Bob Arum is saying this stuff that they could fight in Vegas December 19th. I haven't heard anything from Deontay the Braun Bomber Wilder to this day himself. I'm not hearing anything from Al Heyman. I mean, he don't really do interviews, but Al Heyman's counterparts or Shelly Finkel, we haven't really heard anything. You know, we've only heard one side of it. We've heard Frank Warren talk and Bob Arum talk. So, you know, there could be things going on behind the scenes that aren't public yet. And, you know, the message, what I'm stressing is the message is not one and the same. Like I said, Bob Arum was talking about making the fight December 19th of 2020, but they're looking to make this fight with the crowd. Now Frank Warren's coming behind him in his recent comments, more recent than the December 19th, where Arum suggested the fight could happen in February of 2021 next year, because they want to wait this thing out. This is a type of fight that definitely needs a crowd. They have too much history and they stand to lose too much money. They stand to lose with this particular one, because both fights have been like roller coaster, crazy type of outcomes and dramatics that have happened, theatrics that have happened, both the build-ups, the press conferences, as well as in fight. A lot of people, including myself, did not expect Deontay Wilder to lose, especially by stoppage. People knew about the outboxing, then the controversy with Glovegate 1 and 2, and the Martin Carefoot allegations and claims, and the Kinahan connection, where there's stuff about Kinahan saying he's on the run, and it's just, the third fight is definitely going to be bigger. You have people in the game like Old Media and Eddie Hearns trying to dismiss the value of the third fight, saying Wilder needs to move aside, and trying to fit his fighter Dillian White in there with Tyson Fury. But the reality is, we'll have to see what happens. I'm not sure what is going to unfold and transpire here, but Wilder has a contract that he gets a shot at his belt. So legally, I don't know the specifics of the contract, but legally, Wilder has a right to that belt. And if Tyson Fury fights anybody, he could lose the belt. It's the heavyweight division. There was a fight that was supposed to be an easy fight to showcase. It was like a showcase fight with Otto Wallin. Tyson Fury got a nasty cut, and then that cut turned to 2 cuts, and he almost lost that fight. He almost got stopped in the 12th round. So legally, I don't know. The pandemic is an unforeseen situation, and I don't know what the contract entails because I haven't seen it. But legally, Wilder has a right to that belt. And if you make another fight with Tyson Fury and, Otto Wallin too, I don't know if they could do that, because what if he loses his belt? And Wilder has this rematch clause. So I don't know how this is all going to play out, but it looks a little bit sloppy from Top Rank and Queensberry Promotions, because you both are representing Tyson Fury, but within a week of each other, a couple of days of each other, you guys are saying different things to the media, and, I get it. You don't want your fighter to be stalled out, but contracts are contracts. So it really depends on, the logistics and the legalities and the fine print and what's being discussed. I don't know who's, like, if ESPN and Top Rank are domineering the negotiations and really the ones speaking for a fight this big as Wilder Fury 3, Fury Wilder 3. I don't know if it seems like they would probably be the ones more in charge than Frank Warren at this point, because Frank Warren, if you think about it, why would he join forces with a U.S. broadcaster, bring his UK fighter to America if he wanted to have all the say so? You know what I'm saying? It seems like he would have just kept doing what he was doing and putting him in to UK shows. So to me, that lets me know that Bob Arum and ESPN probably have more say, because let it be up to Frank Warren, I don't know why he would have him fighting only in America. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know who's in charge or who to believe here, but it doesn't really look great. It doesn't look great when Bob Arum's saying February could be the date. He said December could be the date. And Frank Warren's like, basically saying, over my dead body, I'm not keeping my fighter, point blank, period. Just like he had Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois, and they took tune-up fights. They're supposed to fight each other. So I guess we have to wait and see how this plays out. I really can't wait for the return of Deontay Wilder. I'm sure him and his side have a huge say in this, because after all, even though Fury's the champion, Wilder gave Fury the opportunities to even match him, and I just like there's 2 sides to every story, sometimes 3, and I want to hear from the other side, because so far it's just been Tyson Fury's side really doing all the talking. They're the ones saying December 19th and Raiders Stadium in February, and no, we're doing a tune-up. This was just today that this Frank Warren interview was conducted at the time of recording this video. So I would like to hear from the other side, Shelly Finkel, Al Heyman's representatives, or Deontay Wilder, to see what's going on. But the pandemic's definitely done a number on boxing. Now, make sure you guys smash the like button if you're new. Consider subscribing. I drop daily content. Give it a like. If you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. You know, you guys can donate. Head up to Patreon. Daniel Cormier versus Stipe Miocic is this week. Order that ESPN Plus pay-per-view using the link that can be found in all my videos. It does help the channel continue to grow and build upon what we got going. It's a huge empire that we're just having fun with this boxing game. Let me know what you guys think of Tyson Fury and Wilder. Tyson Fury, half of his two promoters basically saying that they might go on without Wilder if Wilder doesn't plan on fighting in 2020. He's saying that February is a non-starter. He's not going to shelf his fighter like that. So, you know, some different angles and points of views there. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Sign off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.